Hey, I'm Brandon. Have you ever despised someone so much that you wanted to dig up their corpse and put it on trial? Then you'd have gotten along great with Pope Stephen VI. Flashback to 896, when his predecessor, Pope Formosus, kicked the bucket. For reasons unknown, Stephen had a hatred for Formosus that burned hotter than a bad case of the clap. So once Stephen got promoted to head honcho, he wasted no time in going medieval on his ass. Turning the other cheek was for saps. So with a little shoveling and a lot of grave robbing, Stephen habeas that corpus straight to the cathedral. He decked out the body in papal garb, and, in a prophetic nod to Weekend at Bernie's, propped up Formosus on a chair. So as to not make the conversation too one-sided, Stephen gave Formosus a voice for his trial, a young deacon who camped out behind the carcass, no doubt choking on his own vomit. Stephen hurled a bunch of charges at Formosus, like usurping the papacy, perjury, and bishoping without a license. When asked why Formosus did it, his spokesman broke down like a Scooby-Doo villain and confessed, "Because I was evil." Probably along with some dramatic organ music and pyro effects, given how overboard the whole deal was. And with that, Stephen pronounced the verdict. Guilty. Formosus was speechless. As punishment, the cadaver was stripped of all popish bling, had the 3 blessing fingers lopped off, and all his deeds as pope were erased, including, oddly enough, the appointment of Stephen as bishop, which would seem to make Stephen also guilty of bishoping without a license. But let's be honest, logic had walked out the door long ago here. Next, Formosus was buried in a graveyard for foreigners, as if that could add to the ick factor of all this. Then his fragile remains were exhumed yet again, bound up with weights and drowned in the Tiber. Because hey, why let death get in the way of a good execution? Stephen was finally satisfied that he had proven Formosus guilty of sin, but the trial really only proved that Stephen was batshit crazy. Yet seeing how their boss dealt with the dead, others weren't keen to find out what he'd do to the living, so they hushed up. That is, until rumors spread that Formosus had washed up on the riverbank, where his rancid flesh worked some miracles. This was the straw that broke the creepy camel's back, and the people rose up against Stephen. You know you've gone too far when even the 9th century crowd gets weirded out. Keep in mind, these are the same folks who watched the gallows like it was a theater. In the end, Stephen ran out of both luck and oxygen. The Romans retrieved what was left of Formosus and gave him a dignified burial in St. Peter's Basilica. The next pope then banned putting cadavers on trial. This is one of those laws you read and go, I can't believe we actually need a rule on this. Well, there's always a reason why. Thanks for watching Brandonica. If you liked this video, then subscribe for more. Until next time, see ya.